You look
everybody.
so pretty. I've always loved those earrings of yours. Everybody, this is
You
Azzurra.
like it?
I love everything that you wear. I love everything that you retail at your store. That's why I think that's why we love, working with you and photographing you and your stuff.
I'm really happy to be here today and talk with you about vintage because I'm sure there are a lot of people who loves vintage and that follow us, and so I will show you some special piece.
I think to start, right, we need to see your outfit.
Yeah, I have a 60s
What
dress.
are you
As
wearing?
you can see,
Oh,
you can see from the print is a 60s dress with this big flower, and yeah, I have also clips earrings in the same lilac color. Everything is from the 60s because the 60s and 70s, as you know, are the best era. I really love. My wardrobe is full of this kind of products and items.
she's so colorful. She's always big on
Yeah.
color, graphic, and it's kind of like her personality, very lively, very strong, but also very, very fun.
Yeah.
We can tell a bit from your house. I mean, you've got the one, a bit of your, I don't know, look around at your place. It's very eclectic, but very cool
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, as you can see, this is two of my kimono collection, always vintage. Then I have a Ferragamo foulard that began something that I use for interiors. Is a jungle style foulard from Salvatore Ferragamo from the 80s.
Wow.
But instead to live in the wardrobe, I used to put in the wall.
Vintage can be used as to display. What's so wonderful about vintage and about buying, wearing vintage, particularly today in the year 2020?
When you wear vintage, you wear a unique piece. So you are different from all the other people. If you are an expert or you are a fashion victim, you can understand when a person wear vintage instead to wear a piece that fast fashion or something that everybody can have.
Could you show us some examples that you have, whether it's from your own wardrobe or from your place that,
Yeah, of course. I show you because I have some. I prepared just for you. And lucky because today I just received some new items from USA, from LA, but I will show you later. Here I have with me my fabulous pants from Moschino from the late 80s.
Okay.
As you can see, these pants have a very special print when the internet was born, and this is the logo of Apple that Franco Moschino reused with his art, because Moschino used a lot of art, peace and love symbol, and this is one of my best pieces that I keep with me in my archive, and you also can find, of course, in my shop. It is a very special piece. I think it's something that everybody is a must-have if you are a vintage lover.
That pair of pants actually reflect history. What was happening at that point in time?
Designers in the past were influenced about the time, about what happened all around them, about the story. It takes the idea from the Apple brand, from the logo of Apple, to design this beautiful print with the computer, with the mouse, and with, of course, instead of the apple, he used the heart. Is one of his best symbol, iconic in a lot of his collection.
Do you think we can look at the bottom of the print below, like the whole pants that do close up? That's really cool.
As you can see, this is the heart, but was an apple in the logo of Apple.
All right, let's have a look at another piece that maybe can showcase that tells time, and that of course is very special. What is that?
This is a Gucci dress.
It's a Gucci dress?
Yes, it's a Gucci dress, but it's a very special for his label. His label is Gucci. And when I buy some piece, you know, I do a big research, a big search to understand better which is the era, the age of the dress. No, and after I search this dress, I can say that this is after the 70s, but not before the 1985. And you can see also for that this is bat wing sleeves, and this is something that is just before the 80s, when bat wing sleeves began iconic in fashion, because all the blouse with the shoulder pads you can find wearing this in this style,
Is,
in this
is
shape.
this something that's from your store, from your own wardrobe?
This is for from my own wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I take some piece of my own collection. I display in my shop just because my customer and friends are very curious, and I would like to share this treasure with them. My shop is my vintage treasure. It's like my wardrobe. So, or I keep in the wardrobe at home or in my shop is the same for me.
Okay. How much would something like that cost for a?
This dress can go out for 700 and more. But of course, vintage is affordable for everybody. I mean that there are some pieces that everybody can buy, because it's really important to have a unique piece. And
Okay.
in my shop, usually I try to do my best, offer to the customer pieces that are always very good, but maybe are not designer. Designer archive is also very expensive, because you have to maintain this piece and give the best, and to continue to give them life.
Well, let's have a little bit more. I think all of us want to see more of your stuff, whether it's from your shop or from,
Yeah.
from your own.
Yeah. You know,
What's
I prepare a Versace jacket.
I have seen you in that jacket. Very.
Yeah, this is
I
a jacket that I really love.
Why do you love Versace so much?
I love the jacket because it's, of course, red is one of my favorite color, but I like because of the profile in black. I like for the style, for the design, because when I saw first time this jacket, I said, "Yeah, wow, maybe I can style with denim, with a particular kind of shoes and bags." It's a very nice jacket, but people also can wear with a simple T-shirt in white, and
It's from the 80s?
it's from the late 80s.
The
Yes.
late.
No,
Yeah.
Versace was one of our best Italian designers. So when I find a piece from Gianni Versace, I'm very happy, you know.
Azzurra, somebody wants to know, actually it's an art jacket. Where did you find this particular Versace jacket?
Usually I shop in Italy, because you know you can find a really big treasure in Italy. But also because I have the chance to travel a lot with my husband, my family in the past, you can find very good pieces in Northern Europe or in USA. Northern Europe is good, because if you like 60s and 70s, you can have a very good print and pattern that are special, and that are very significant from 60s and 70s era. In USA, you find more eclectic piece and shape also. Yeah.
Can we see some piece that maybe you got from the USA?
One piece from USA, I have this.
Different.
This
What?
is a PVC raincoat that I really love,
That's crazy.
because you know also in Singapore it's always rain. So when I dress this and I go out to go my commission outside, people can say wow. So I really love this.
What brand is it? Is there a brand?
This don't have a brand. I bought it in Brooklyn, under Brooklyn Bridge vintage market. Every Sunday morning under Brooklyn Bridge there is a vintage flea market, and there you can meet designers, retailers, and tourists, everybody that maybe go to New York and want to visit the city and say, oh wow, there is a vintage market, why don't you go? But because New York is also a place that is full of new idea, is an interactive city, and it's very, very special.
Is it 80s or 90s, this
This
piece?
is 80s.
This is
This
80s. So
is
you
80s.
really have
You know,
love
I love 80s.
60s, 70s, 80s. Let's have a look at more stuff.
When I show you this piece, we go in the other side of the world. This is a
Okay.
Yuya Watanabe 90s dress.
Oh my God, it's beautiful. Well, that is a
I
very, so it's a
know. I
very,
know. As you can see, the pattern is very 60s, but you know, Yuya Watanabe is represented the techno couture, is futuristic, is something very, is a visionaire, and he impressed with his fashion a lot of other designer, and this is a beautiful piece I have in my archive, but I used to display to the shop. It's not more my size, but I really love because of the color and of this flower, very, very, very 60s.
very,
And
very cool also. It's very Azzurra. Yeah, Azzurra. You seem to like dresses a lot. A lot of, not so much separates, but a lot of dresses, like one piece.
I have also a lot of accessories,
Okay.
and we can talk about these accessories because, you know, me, for my shop, but also for my passion, because vintage is my passion. I buy a lot of bags and bracelets and earrings. I have this that just arrived, but I really love. Is a Fendi crossbody bag. And when I saw this crossbody bag, I see that it's so special because of the label. See, it's very, very old.
How old is that?
I think it's late 70s.
Wow.
But it's still in very good condition. Means that was in the wardrobe of some collection of, from a rich lady that at the end she don't want no more. So this arrives in my wardrobe directly. And trust me, I really love because it's beautiful. I can wear with a lot of outfit and not with this dress, but of course, also if I love to mix match the print, and this is a very, very beautiful bag.
Buy this from, did you find this in Italy also?
Yes, I find this in Italy. Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
Fendi brand. Everybody
Fendi is our brand. It's Italian, so it's something from my
represent.
country. Forza, yeah. In vintage, everybody must do
Make,
this mix match piece. Yes, sometimes also modern piece like modern shoes with 50s dress, or maybe vintage bags with a very conceptual Japanese dress can be a good idea to wear in a different way.
I'm sure that's how you dress. Maybe you can walk us through more of your pieces and also talk a bit about how to mix and match. Because I think a lot of people still, they might love, we have a growing customer base for appetite for vintage in Singapore. I think a
Yeah.
lot of the younger ones tend to, they're young. It's 2020, so they, and 90s to them is vintage. 90s t-shirts are vintage. I know that's something that you don't specialize in, but you know, there are so many different, there's so much more we need to know about vintage that go, how do we wear it, where to buy. Maybe we could look at more of your stuff.
Just to show you also to mix
What
match. Maybe a Rodo bag with the
I want,
red jacket from Versace I showed you before.
what
Can
is that?
be.
That bag is incredible.
This
What
is
is,
a nice bag. This is a Coco bag.
it's
It's
real
from
coffee
Rodo. Yes, I find still with the label, as you can see.
from which era?
This is from the 80s too.
Can we see the inside? Actually, this is, guys, this is my shopping session, just to let y'all know. I think it's good to keep all these, I mean to buy, because all this is history. People don't quite make things the same way, and maybe we need to return to making things as we did long
I
time ago.
think people buy vintage is something very important now because sustainable and also go green. It helps the environment, you know. And why we cannot use a dress that is at least 40 years old if it's still in in good condition? Instead, maybe to use new dress, new items that maybe are made with plastic or nylon or something that is dangerous for our planet, you know.
So, you know, that bag that you're carrying, like it's kept so well. How has that kept? It looks brand new, but from the 80s. Like, how
It's
would some,
new, yeah, it's never used. This is the special things that happen in vintage. Sometimes you find a new old stock. You can have new pieces, but that are made 14, 50 years ago. This is amazing.
yeah, it is incredible. Okay, let's see more.
Yeah.
I want to shop some more. I think all of us have been stuck at home and, you know, shopping, limited
Yeah.
shopping.
Yeah, me, I have some pieces that are already on my online shop because, you know, till the end of June, maybe I cannot reopen my shop, but my archive is in my house. I can show you maybe some dresses that are already on our website. 50s dress, very light fabric, but still in excellent condition. They are very beautiful. I like to propose to my customer also to have maybe a dress like this, to add maybe a special brooch.
The dress, is it a designer piece?
No, this is not a designer piece, and this is because I want to say that it's not necessary that every piece is from a designer. You can also find some dresses that maybe are handmade in the 60s, but because the fabric is a very good, excellent quality, after 50 years, it's still good, are still good.
Okay, wait, let's have a look more. I am in love with everything that you're showing us.
Every people comes in my shop or that I talk about vintage, they fall in love with this because it's also very fun, you know. It's a challenge, mix match vintage piece. We don't need to go all around everybody with the same dress. We need to be different from the other one. So for this, vintage is also important.
I agree. Do you have more to show us? Because I still see a
Yeah.
lot of we've not
Yeah,
seen.
those are a
Oh,
kind of dress that I sell very well in Singapore because, you know, hot weather, and these are chemisier dress. And
what?
I usually I buy them because of the print, a part of the shape, of course. In the past, they had a very beautiful fabrics that are amazing. That are amazing. It's so rare to find now a kind of fabric like this.
Azzurra, so these are from the 70s?
This is from the 60s. This
From
is
the
from
60s?
the 70s, 60s and 70s.
Are they, what material are they in?
They are a mix of
Okay.
cotton. Yeah, they are, as you can see, there is also the fabric inside because sometimes when they do handmade under commission, they had maybe a skirt down because maybe customer want to they want to show more the shape of the body. And this is crazy because also now when a customer tried, maybe they say, wow, this is my size, this is beautiful on me. Yes, but because in the past they add some little particular that makes that the figure of the body shape in a great way.
I
Yeah.
never knew that. The 60s one looks very Prada. I know you love Prada.
Yeah, I love.
To me, it's
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah. Those are ships.
These are, oh my God, they're sheeps. I thought they were strawberry. I wish I could go to your store. It's different, but thank God your store is still open online. How long does someone ask how long does I know shipping delivery is very fast.
We are open online because me, I start online my business. Then when I landed in Singapore, I opened the shop. My online shop now is more is open, and we add the weekly new piece, and this is very good in this moment of lockdown because we cannot receive customer in our shop. Of course, we will back soon when they say us that we can back, we are ready because in these 2 months of lockdown, we never stop to work, but we try to follow our customer, our suppliers. We order new items. So me, I'm ready to back in my shop. But of course, our online shop is a way that and our customers are very happy because they still can have some dress and accessories, and we deliver it fast. 24 hours, they have the items in their
Hours.
web.
This has been such a treat. It wasn't supposed to. Oh, someone said, hope you bring in more collarless and more quarter sleeve dresses. Somebody just said more, less collar. I don't know, because you have a lot of shirt dresses, but maybe you have any other dresses without a collar. You can shout out to that person.
Yeah, I can show you the new arrival.
Oh yeah, sure.
That's
Guys,
just landed in Singapore from USA. I create the 70s theme, as you can see. And I will have also jumpsuit a lot because I know my customer asked to me jumpsuits, maybe to mix match with a belt. Also, if the belts are from the 70s, you can add an 80s belt and create an amazing outfit. Yeah.
when you show me these outfits, and I'm sure a lot of people watching, like you can imagine this girl or this woman, and like she.
How to mix match, how to be more fun and colorful because I love color, and this is maybe it's the secret to go ahead in this search of the beautiful vintage piece. Because me, honestly, I always try to find the best piece. Sometimes I fight also with some suppliers.
Azzurra, thank you so much. I think it's
Thank you.
You know what? Tell something. I mean, where we still got about a month, I think, before we can go out shopping. We can visit your store.
Yes.
A vintage tail, guys. Otherwise, once it opens, it's at 277 Joo Chiat Road, right?
Yes.
77.
I'm waiting for you all.
Yeah.
I can suggest you something to buy vintage, wear unique piece, and save the planet. Go green, guys. Go green.
Thank you so much, Azzurra.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Ciao. Bye.